Hi everyone, it's Phyllis here with the monthly retrospective energy report, if you will. And it's been a really dynamic month. The month of May has, I suppose, brought in a feeling where we really need to have that sense of resilience. And that's due to this constant changing and evolving energies around the world, that as much as we want to think that we can sort of not be part of what's happening, we are absolutely ultimately infected by it. And so the word for me that sort of came up during the month of May, I suppose the latter part of April, but certainly throughout all of May, has been resilience and has been prioritizing. So to gain a sense of resilience, we've had to really prioritize our own needs. And that might be a little bit selfish, or it might be something that you're not used to doing, putting yourself first, because as children we're taught not to be selfish. We're taught that in not sharing or being kind and giving our energy or our self freely, that we are being selfish. But in our adulthood, we need to learn how to become selfish, because when we give too much of our time away, too much of our resources, too much of our energy, then we ourselves land up being depleted, being exhausted, and we don't have resources for ourselves. So we need to think about what this word prioritizing and priority has really meant in me. As I sort of reflect back, I really had to prioritize my time. And so procrastination is something that we do habitually. It's something that we do to avoid doing tasks. So when we say that we don't have enough time, I don't have enough time for this and I don't have enough time for that, then actually what we're really doing is procrastinating and creating situations in our lives where we don't have time. And that's been a big thing for me. I have looked at how I spend my time and realized that actually, if I prioritize my time differently, I can get a lot more done. It makes me feel motivated. It makes me feel a sense of accomplishment, success, because I'm getting more done in my day and spending less time procrastinating about what I should or shouldn't be doing. I think the other thing that has come through in the month of May has been in prioritizing tasks, or what's important, what is urgent, what's non-urgent. It really has opened up, I suppose, an aspect of my life where, in focusing on what is important and listening to my guides who said right at the start of May, just stay in your lane, just stay in your lane, it has given me a sense of faith and a sense of courage. And that has helped with my stress. So in prioritizing my time, my tasks, what I'm doing slightly differently, and dealing with things in a really methodical way instead of an abstract, random way, I've definitely had this opportunity to feel more connected, feel like I'm actually getting somewhere and not, I'm swimming up downstream instead of swimming upstream against the water. I feel I'm definitely getting somewhere. And that has been really a wonderful place to be, because the stresses are less. And I think if we were to sit back and reflect about the stress that we feel, Do we create the stress? Do our external situations create stress? Is stress self-imposed, almost torture, if you like? If we're not stressed, then we're not invested in what we're doing. But actually, I feel that if you prioritize things properly, prioritizing your task and your energy, that you can still get the same, if not better results, but with less stress. And so it's been a really interesting time about where do our priorities lie, how can we change our priorities, and what do we need to prioritize for the next coming months. I think dynamically the world is changing. I think agendas are coming up to the surface now, so other people's priorities are now becoming more visible. So look at the people around you. Are they changing their tone? Are they asking for something different? Are you having to adapt and change to fit in with them? Is that good for you? Is that more about their agenda rather than your agenda? And so things are coming to the surface, coming to light. And I feel it's important that if you prioritize your own needs first and your own sense of well-being, then you're going to find that the people who have been relying on you or have an expectation, they'll find someone else to fill that gap, because that's how it happens. That's how it works. So a really interesting month, a long month, moving from autumn into winter time here in New Zealand. So we've got that wonderful cold snap days of bright sunshine but freezing cold. And I think it's in this time, as we're moving into hibernation zone, that we can really focus on planning and preparing for what our next purposes and our plans are going to be. So it's been an interesting month. I hope that you too have had similar journeys where you've had to prioritize yourself, change things up a little bit to move yourself forward, and that's been a really positive function for you. We have moved the monthly meditations to YouTube, so please scan the barcode in the QR code in the newsletter, or follow the link in the bio below this vlog if you're listening to it on YouTube. It would be great to see you on the 29th of May, 11 a.m. 29th of June, 11 a.m. And we're going to be looking at Bloodstone, which is an amazing physical healer. So if you're feeling depleted, lackluster, a bit lost, then Bloodstone is a master healer. It's just a wonderful physical healing stone. So it'd be wonderful to see you joining me for the monthly meditations on YouTube and for any other clips that are on there. We have a Reiki 3 coming up on the 21st. There's still a couple of places there if you'd like to join us and just delve deeper into your own spiritual journey as well as healing others. And then we have our crystal certificate course coming up in September. So good to be getting out there, teaching, working with Reiki Master teachers in training and students once again, and great to be connecting to the online community with regards to the monthly crystal meditation and information talk. So until the next time, take care of yourself, be kind to yourself, and we'll see you here with a roundup of what's happened in June. So bye for now.